Okay, what I'm doing here is using my RTLSDR dongle, and I'm using Juypter notes and basically and some Python code to basically generate heat maps. Okay, and it shows you how good Juypter notes is for doing stuff like this. Now this first bit of code here doesn't really do much. It's you just got to mess around with that. I came across it and I thought it was pretty neat. It just creates this really. Where I got a lot of this information from was this website here. You can see that just turns to markdown. It means you can put some stuff in there using the markdown language, which is quite handy. So this is just putting a link in. So this is where I got all this kind of stuff with using the RTL power and stuff like that. So, and I'll leave all these links in the description. So this is the main thing here, and now it's the RTL power. The little dash H just means help basically. It tells you all the commands. The exclamation mark at the front of that, it just tells Juypter Notes to run it in the terminal. You can actually run that in the terminal. So if we just go and I copy that, you don't need the exclamation mark. I just paste selection in. Oops, why is that not coming in there? Copy. I don't know why it's not copying. I'll just type it actually. RTL. H, and I'll just run it. And it gives you all this here to tell you how to do it. But the advantage of doing it in Juypter Notes is if you run it, then it comes up here. So you've got a list of it all, yeah? And then I could change this and all this kind of stuff. There it goes. That's where you need that. You need that program in the directory that you're working in. Later on, I'll show you that in a minute. So this is the command that actually captures the frequency and then saves it to a CSV file. Yeah. Now I don't want to do that because I'll change that to 2. If I run that. Well, basically it's the frequency from 88 to 158 megahertz. It's the bin size and stuff like that, and that's for 5 minutes. And if I run it, it'll give you out the printout on here, and that'll go on for 5 minutes. But that's all. I want to stop that actually. That one I think is that one. Interrupt. Just interrupt that for a sec because I've already got the data. And you can do stuff like other commands as well, which is quite useful. Now this is the program that you need, the heatmap.py. Y just means it's Python. And I already captured that before. So if I run that, it's loading it, it's working it out and it's saving it. This bit of code basically just prints the image that we just created. Yeah. And that's actually, like a waterfall basically. And you can see the little signals there. Yeah, you can see where there's signals. So it's quite useful, and obviously you could do the waterfall for a longer time. There I did the capture just for 5 minutes. But you can change that to like 1 hour, 1 HR, etc. Yeah. Now, as I said before, you need this heat map thing. So if I go here, run that one. Basically, you need that heatmap.py file, and you need that VERATTF file as well. You need them to be in the same directory as you're running this from, basically. Yeah. And you get that from up here, from here. And if you go to this thing here, you'll find them 2 files in there. I think that's the main one. That one there, I think it just puts all the 130M and all that, makes it look a bit nicer. Also, there's another one as well, this SDR heat map one here. If you go here as well, it'll tell you a few things about it. Similar idea, you have to install this library for it to work. And the same idea as well. That takes the CS file that we made earlier on, and it'll again just turn it into an image. You run that, and then run that, and you get this image, which is pretty similar to the one above there. Yeah, maybe it's not. I think that one looks nicer actually. And then there's this other one as well. Again, similar idea. I'll leave all these links in the description. Again, makes another heat map here, and again that's the command there to do it there. So if we run that, that gives you a bit more interest in the output really, and that's the data that we created with the RTL power command. There's the image, and again that just displays it on screen in Juypter Notes, and you get again the same image there, kind of thing. Yeah. The nice thing about this is it keeps you all your kind of code and your working out all together. Yeah. And so if I wanted to change this, what could do here? Yeah, I could maybe change the different frequency here. Maybe I want to do 80 odd, and we'll run it to that. Let's see. So I can just change it, and it keeps all the code together, and it's handy. You could say I did this today, but then in 6 months' time I want to do something similar. I've already got all my basic data here on my notes, basically, in Juypter Notes. Right, I think we'll break that because I'll go on for a couple of minutes. That one, interrupt. When you get that last 6 there, it just means it's running, and that's how many times it's run. Yeah. So, hope that's interesting anyway. Thanks.